and then it comes up Freer alone again. Why you would do Freer for Mrs. Freer? It's MRS Freer. You're already doing 2 strokes, but they're doing Freer for Miss Freer. Whatever. If that works for you, help yourself. Goldenstein, yeah. I'm not sure that I would be stroking that one out every time. So gold is pretty good there. Clerk I do use, because like in the old court that I sat in, you know, where attorneys would call in and they'd say, you know what, call me when my case comes up. Clerk, we're calling this case. Oh, he wants me to call him. Okay, he doesn't answer, Judge. Stay right there. And my judge always goes on the record, blah, blah, blah. Everyone introduce themselves. Introduce. We're missing Mrs. Freer, clerk of the court. Did she call? Yes, she called and asked to be called. And what did she say? Clerk. She said that she wanted to be called, but when I called her, nobody answered. Court, well, what did you do? Clerk. I went ahead and left a message, told her that the case was being called and that we were going without her. So sometimes the judge wants these things on the record so that he's, you know, the attorneys come back and they're submitting vouchers and say, no, I was there. Yeah, I was at that hearing, Judge. No, you weren't. Yeah, it was. Well, let's go to the record. And it goes on there, and you have the clerk saying, no, we called and they didn't answer. And my judge was, I mean, he was anal too. He would put the time, exactly what she did to get a hold of them, everything. So he always took care of it. Examination designations, direct, cross, and like I told you guys, I don't use the further, refurtherist, you know, whatever. I use direct, cross, redirect, recross. Well, I have more questions, redirect. Well, I have a few more questions, recross. Well, I have more questions, redirect. Well, I have a few more questions, recross. So it just boom, okay?
Is that a county preference or a reporter preference?
I think it's more reporter, but yeah. Because some people may use further and furtherist and refurther, whatever. I mean, you know, if you want to do it, help yourself, okay? You know, and it kind of gives examples of setting it up, but this is more for, and I don't think this is going to be on the state test, but how the setup is. And you know, like I teach my students when they take the E-class, it's dram for direct examination. That already sets it up. So your block file comes up as direct examination. Hit the attorney, question, boom, it sets it up. By Mr. So-and-so, question, and then just start setting it up. So it's actually pretty neat, okay? And I think that's what they're talking about right there. So mine is dram, cram for cross-examination, and then re, dram for redirect, and then cram for recross-examination, okay? Any questions about that?
Oh, wait, I do have a question. So like with the oath, are you also a notary? Is a court reporter a notary?
Most, it used to be we had to be. I don't think you have to be now.
So it's a different thing. A court reporter does not automatically make you a notary.
Okay. No, you have to be a notary, and they pay for it. So some firms, a firm that I went and worked for, she demanded that we, and she paid for it. She paid for our, you know, thing or whatever to be a notary. So it used to be that I think you had to be, but I don't know that you have to be now. So,
Okay.
Any other questions? No? Okay. So 10 and 11. Read chapters 10 and 11 for next week. Read.
For Wednesday.
Read. for Wednesday. That's what I said. Okay? Also, next Monday, we're going to have that speaker. So I want everyone here, okay? So try to think of all the questions that you should have written down while we were going through all of these things to try to remember, so that when she comes, you have, you know, your questions ready, lined up, ready to go. You know, and how she maybe does her billing, how she does examinations, all of this stuff. You could probably ask about grand jury stuff too. You know, she might know some of that stuff, and it's, you know, this is federal grand jury. Some of the cases that they get to hear, you know, kind of the big cartel cases and stuff. So she's actually done some pretty cool stuff, okay? So it'll be good. So that'll be Monday, all right? But read those chapters, what did I say, 10 and 11? 10 and 11 for Wednesday, okay? Any questions? All right, see y'all